Tung Tung her situation on Roblox along with Still a Brain Rot, it's gotten a little bit crazy. All right, I got an update for you guys. So a few days ago, I made this video here. It got deleted talking about Tung Tung her. And, well, I actually managed to get into contact with the owners of Tung Tung her. And I have some updates. In fact, we have a lot of updates, but we'll get into that here in a second. Let me quickly get you guys up to speed because if you don't play Still a Brain Rot or any Brain Rot games on Roblox, you may not know what's going on. You see, this right here is Tung Tung her. He's a character in Still a Brain Rot, or he was a character in Still a Brain Rot because over the weekend he was mysteriously removed. He just vanished from the game. All traces of him in the game was deleted. And the developers didn't say why. Nobody knew. But it's not just Still a Brain Rot either. A bunch of Brain Rot games on Roblox, like Brain Rot Evolution, which is the second most popular Brain Rot game on Roblox right now. Tung Tung Sahur was also removed from this game. Again, the developers didn't say anything, to my knowledge at least. He was just removed from the game. All traces of him gone. What in the world is going on here? Well, you see, that led everyone to this TikTok account right here. Noxa, no, I don't know how to say that. I'll just call him Noxa, right? This is the creator of Tung Tung Sahur. Here's the original TikTok video that started it all. Also, take a look at this. 120.3 million views on that. You see that? That's crazy. Anyway, this is the creator of it. And if you read the comments here, if they'll load, there's so many new comments that the comments aren't loading. But yeah, just check out the comments there. Let me zoom in so you guys can really take a good look here. Yeah, people are mad. People are very mad. And they're really upset that Tung Tung Sahur is gone from the game. So what happened next is this right here. This is Momentum Lab. Now, Momentum Lab here is the owners of the Tung Tung Sahur IP. IP just means intellectual property. Basically, they own the rights to Tung Tung Sahur. And as you can see, we are now mutuals on TikTok. In fact, we've been talking a little bit. Here's a bit of the conversation that I had with them on stream yesterday. And anyway, they issued a response to this entire situation. They're the owners of the character, and this is their response here. Now, I'm not going to read through this entire statement here, but what you need to know is this. Basically, they say that Still Brain Rot is making millions of dollars of revenue using Nox's work and Nox's characters. Tung Tung Sahur being one of those. And I mean, yeah, it's true. That game is making millions of dollars. And they say down here that essentially if you want to use the character, especially in a project that's making millions of dollars, you need to acquire a license. You need to pay for the rights to use the character in your game. They say up here that Noxa did not remove Tung Tung Sahur, that Sammy decided to remove the character from the game and that it was his decision. Apparently, they don't say this here, but they kind of allude to it. It seems like they're implying that Sammy didn't want to pay for the license. Now, I don't know how much the license is, but I can tell you Still a Brain Rot is making millions and millions and millions of dollars. So they probably do have the money to pay for the license. But no, again, that's not 100% confirmed, but that seems to be what they're kind of alluding to here is that Sammy decided to, instead of paying for the license, just remove the character from the game. And that's kind of where we left off in the previous video. That's where that video ended. And since then, we have a few updates. First off, the creator, Noxa, he made a new video. Let me show the video here. Honestly, it's pretty funny. This is...
Yesterday's incident happened so fast that I'm confused why. And it turned out that day was my last day in the game. I don't know why. I was suddenly kicked out. It's not my fault, but Sammy deleted it. The Oge Italian rod is a Tung Tung, and if he deletes it, it is a big mistake. Everyone will be sad. Everyone will be mad, and everyone doesn't want Tung Tung Sahur to be removed.
So that's the video he made. Basically, he said here in the captions, he said, Sammy deleted Tung Tung. I did not ask for him to be removed. Will the other brain rots leave? We can't lose our legend like this. Do you want Tung Tung back? Hashtag bring back Tung Tung. Noxa brain rot, still a brain rot. And if you read the comments here, it looks like people are still mad at Noxa here. Now, going back to Momentum Lab, I talked to them. And they actually emailed me over a legal statement that they sent out to a few different journalists, I believe. In fact, here it is. Here it is right here. Now, I'm not going to read all of this, but there is some actual solid answers here. So first off, who is Momentum Labs? Well, Momentum Labs is a collective of artists, lawyers, and IP researchers. So they own the Tung 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 character. And I say character because that leads into the next question and the big question that everyone was asking. How can you copyright an AI image? You can't. You can't copyright AI images. So how do they own Tung Tung? Well, this is the interesting part. The actual image of Tung Tung Tung, sir, is not copyrighted. You're right. You can't copyright an AI image. But, and this is what they say in this paragraph here, they didn't copyright the image of Tung 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 Sahur. They copyrighted the character of Tung 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 Sahur, the lore surrounding him, how he looks, how he talks, how he sounds. Let me give you guys an example. This right here is a blue egg. I can't copyright this. It's just a blue egg. If I tried to copyright this, the copyright office would laugh at me and call me stupid. But if I gave this blue egg a name, Jerry, this blue egg's name is Jerry now. And let's say I gave Jerry here some eyes, maybe some arms, some legs, and I gave him a story. I gave him an actual character, a storyline, some lore. Well, now this goes from being just a blue egg to an actual character, a character that I created, a character that I made, and a character that I can copyright. And that's basically what happened here. You can't copyright the actual image, but what you can copyright is the character, the name, the lore surrounding him, how he talks, how he sounds, stuff like that, right? And again, I'm not going to read their entire statement here. Huge thank you for sending this over, by the way. But essentially what they're saying is they don't want people to, hate them. They don't want anything like that, right? They're not trying to stop people from using Tung 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 Sahur. They're not trying to restrict, people from having fun with the character and properly get to, according to Momentum Lab's statement here, it kind of seems like we might be looking at a situation where a lot of these brain rot games on Roblox are in trouble. And let me explain what I mean. So all of these brain rot games use, obviously, these AI.
Guys, I need money. Haley posted a new video.
Hey, besties. So Steak has finally came back to make videos about me. Since all of his videos flop and get almost no money. So in today's video, we are gonna be reacting to his videos about me.
So I get to react to Haley react to me. Oh boy, that's my favorite.